Hi friends, welcome. My name is Tennessee. Today I am bringing you a sacral chakra flow. If you don't know what chakras are, there are 7 energy sources throughout your body. They start at the base of your spine and then work their way up through the crown of your head. So today we're working into the second chakra, the space just below your belly button, your sacral. And this is the space of your creation. It is your space of mother womb, sexuality, all the things here. So it's associated also to your hips, your low back. It is also tied to your emotional space, so where you hold your emotions. So if you have stuck energy in that area, you are more than likely going to feel that into your hips, into your low back. So really working in to move that energy through, working on lengthening or opening up through the low back, lengthening through the spine, working on through twists into the hips. All the good things. I always start my classes with a chakra clearing. So if you don't know, again, what chakras are, they're those 7 energy sources throughout your body. Now, mind you, we have many chakra points throughout our body, hundreds in fact, but these are just the 7 main energy centers throughout your body. So we're going to really focus into that second chakra today. Allow those emotions to come up if they do come up. Allow that energy to move if it's stuck, if it feels unwarranted, anything like that, allow it to release today. We're going to start our class with a chakra clearing. So come all the way back onto your back, bring the soles of your feet together, come into a Supta Baddha Konasana, knees out wide. If you have blocks, you are more than welcome to use blocks. You can place these under your knees. You can place them up into your hips. If this is too much, this is quite the hip opener to start. You can always bring your knees into your midline in a modified bridge, tailbone down. You can always lay with your legs straight in your Shavasana as well. Wherever you're at, make your way down, get yourself comfortable, and we'll get started. Now go ahead and close your eyes. Inhale, completely fill up your lungs. Audible exhale, let that go. Let's do that again. Inhale, completely fill up. Audible exhale, release. Just see if you can surrender a little bit further into your body, releasing any more tension through your head, your neck, your shoulders, your jaw, your hips, your low back, your knees, your ankles, and your feet. Now this time, inhale through your nose. Just find a constriction in the back of your throat, and then exhale through your nose. This is your Ujjayi Pranayama. Inhaling through your nose, and then exhaling through your nose. Now see if you can make your inhale the same length as it is your exhale with the same intensity. I want you to carry this breath throughout your practice today, through each posture, through each movement, as we go through. Now just start to clear your mind and bring your focus, your energy, your awareness to the base of your spine, to your root chakra, your first chakra. This is your I am space, your foundation, your safety, your security. This is where everything starts. Just check in, notice what feels good, notice of any discomforts, notice of any sensations. On your inhale, bring your focus, your energy, your awareness into your second chakra, the space below your belly button, your sacral, your I feel space, where you house your emotions, your desires, your sexuality, also known as your mother womb. Now slowly draw the energy up into your third chakra, the space above your belly button, your solar plexus, your I do space. This is what drives you, where your confidence, your worthiness, your power all comes from. Now slowly draw the energy up into your fourth chakra, your heart, your I love space, your space of relationships, self-acceptance, and unconditional love. Now gently pull the energy up into your fifth chakra, your throat, your I speak space, your space of communication, your truth. Now gently pull the energy into your sixth chakra, the space just between your eyebrows, your I see space, your space of intuition, your third eye. And then finally, take your focus, your energy, your awareness all the way above your head to your seventh chakra, your crown chakra. Your I understand space, your path to enlightenment. Now I want you to draw the energy all the way down to the base of your spine, and then inhale it through the 7 chakras to the crown of your head. Notice if anything is stuck, if any discomforts, or if it feels good. Work to bring your focus, your energy, your awareness to those areas throughout your class today. One big clearing breath in. Audible exhale, let that go. Nice work, guys. Just flutter your eyes open. Bring your knees back up into your midline. Hug your knees into your chest. Apanasana, wind relieving pose. Give yourself a big hug. Reach for opposite elbows for a deeper compression. Just breathe here. Now slowly find a supine twist over to your right side. So draw both knees to the right side of your mat. Bring your arms out to a T. Take your gaze left. Work to keep your shoulders grounding. Inhale, slowly bring everything back into your midline. Exhale, supine twist to your left. Take your gaze right. Keep your arms where they're at. Again, keep your right shoulder pressing down. Inhale, slowly work your way back to your midline. Now this time, just hug your knees back up into your chest, cross at your ankles, rock and roll front to back, all the way to a tabletop. So cross at your ankles, send your feet back behind, plant your hands down, snap your shoulders to your wrists, your hips are in line with your knees, your belly button pulls into spine. Option to ground through the tops of your feet, option to tuck your toes under. Inhale, cow pose, gaze up, bellies down. Exhale, cat, tuck in, round up, pull your hip bones up to your rib cage, don't look through your shoulder blades, tuck your chin slightly in. Now maybe add movement side to side, you can add some barrel rolls here. Do what feels good for you and your body. Breathing through. Inhale, cow pose, gaze up, bellies down. Exhale, cat, tuck in, round up. Let's do one more round here. Inhale for cow. Exhale, cat. Good, now slowly just tuck your toes under. Lift your tailbone high. Find your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. Your first down dog of your class, so your feet are about hip width distance. Take your gaze in between your thighs. Your torso draws to the tops of your thighs, grounding through your first finger and your thumb. Now you can bend your knees as much as you need to in a downward dog. The goal is just to extend your spine. Inhale, come up onto your tippy toes, roll it to your high plank and hold. Exhale, lower all the way down to your bellies. Hug your elbows into your side bodies. Untuck your toes, round through the tops of your feet, through your hip bones. Inhale, Bhujangasana Cobra. Lift your chest up as you hug your elbows back, shoulders melt away. Exhale, slowly lower. Tuck your toes under, lift your tailbone up. Find your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. Good, just pedal out your feet, breathe here. Now inhale, right heel rises. Exhale, warrior two. Step to the inside of your right hand. Now pivot onto the back of your back foot. Ground through the blade of your back foot. Cartwheel your hands open. Sink into your front thigh. Your front knee stacks to your front ankle. Work from their heel to heel or heel to arch alignment. Take your gaze on your front middle finger. Inhale, reverse your warrior two. Reach your right arm up and back. Good. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Send it back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Knees and hips lift up off your mat. Arms are straight, gaze ahead. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha. Let that go. Good. Let's take it to our left side. Inhale, left heel rises. Exhale, warrior two. Step to the inside of your left hand. Go ahead and pivot on the blade of your back foot. Cartwheel your hands open. Sink into your front thigh. Gaze down your front middle finger. Check your alignment. Work for the heel to heel, heel to arch alignment. Front knee stacks to your front ankle. Inhale, reverse your warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel down, send it back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha. Breathe here, let that go. Now take your gaze to the top of your mat, step or jump, Uttanasana, forward fold. Now heel toe your feet to a hip width distance, find ragdoll pose, reach for opposite elbows, sway your bodies left to right. Maybe nod your head yes or no. Maybe scoop the energy up into your midline. Allow your head to hang heavy. Just breathe. One more breath. Then draw your hands down towards your mat. Heel toe your feet together. Inhale, chair pose, Uttanasana. Toes to touch, knees to touch. Squeeze your inner thighs. Tailbone draws back, belly's in, chest is lifted, arms are strong. Now wrap your pinkies towards one another. Melt your shoulders away from your ears. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant it down, send it back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. Inhale, right heel rises. Exhale, warrior two, Virabhadrasana two. Step to the inside of your right hand. Pivot onto your back foot. Cartwheel your hands open. Sink into your front thigh. Work for the heel to heel, heel to arch alignment. Gaze on your front middle finger. Inhale, reverse your warrior two. Exhale, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Just straighten out your right leg. Curl your right hand to the inside of your calf. Work your shoulders back to stack, lift up with the external oblique. Breathe here. Good. Inhale, star pose. Reach all the way up. Turn your feet out to a 45. Exhale, goddess. Sink straight down. Now find the external rotation through your upper thighs. Your knees stack to your ankles. Shoulders stack back to your hips. Belly's in. Chest is lifted. Breathe here. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, wide forward fold. Prasarita Padasana to the side edge of your mat. Hinge from your hips. Lead your torso to the top of your thighs. Walk your hands shoulder width distance in between your feet. Now take your stance as wide as you need to here. Keep grounding through the blades of your feet. And see if you can walk your hands further back. Release the tension through your head, your neck, and your jaw. Give me one more breath. Now everybody walk your hands back to the side edge of your mat. Take your gaze to the top of your mat. Crawl your weight forward. Find your dragon lunge. Plant both hands to the inside of your right foot. Shift forward and back with the ball of your left. Give me 4, 3, 2, push forward and hold, and 1. Lower your back knee down, untuck your back toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, low crescent lunge. So pull your hips down and forward, chest is lifted, front knee stacks to your front ankle. Keep drawing your hips down and forward. Now if this is too much, you can always take a block underneath your back knee if that feels better. Now this time, find your way into a small cactus back bend. Shine your heart forward, take your gaze slightly up and back. Good. Inhale, plant your hands to frame your front foot, tuck your back toes under. Exhale, step back, high plank, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe here. Pedal out your feet, let that go. Wrap your triceps towards your ears. Find the external rotation through your inner thighs. Give me one more breath. Good. Inhale, left heel rises. Exhale, warrior 2. Step to the inside of your left hand, pivot on the blade of your back foot, cartwheel your hands open, sink into your front thigh, gaze down your front middle finger. Inhale, reverse your warrior 2. Just your upper body moves, so your left arm reaches up, right arm back. Exhale, Trikonasana, triangle pose to straighten out your left leg, cartwheel your hands to the inside of your calf, work your shoulders back to stack. Option for a block here if you need it. Try not to dump down, so try not to pull all the way down. We're lifting and lengthening, lifting up with the external oblique. One more breath. Inhale, star pose, reach all the way up, turn your feet out to a 45. Exhale, goddess, sink straight down. Externally rotate through the upper thighs, belly button pulls in the spine, shoulders stack back, chest is lifted. Can you sink down 2 more inches here? Woo! Good, can you find stillness? Try not to move. Get out of your head, get into your body. Bring your focus into the sacral, into the hips, into the low back. Yes, you can, you got one more breath here. Inhale, star pose, reach all the way up. Exhale, wide forward fold, Prasarita Padasana to the side edge of your mat. Hinge from your hips, draw your torso down, walk your hands further back. Breathe here, inhale to lengthen, exhale to deepen. One more breath. Good, now slowly walk your hands back to the side edge of your mat. Take your gaze to the top of your mat. Go ahead and crawl your way forward, dragon lunge. Plant both hands to the inside of your left foot. Push forward and back with the ball of your right for 4, 3, 2. Hold it forward, and 1. And lower your back knee down, untuck your back toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, low crescent lunge. Your back knee drops, front knee stacks. Good. Chest is lifted. Now, this time find your way into a small cactus back bend. Shine your heart forward, take your gaze slightly up and back. Exhale, plant your hands, frame your front foot, tuck your back toes under, step back to your high plank. Lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Let it go. Take your gaze to the top of your mat. Step or jump into Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Uttanasana. Toes to touch, knees to touch, so squeeze your inner thighs. Tailbone draws back, belly's in, chest is lifted, arms are strong. Good, now I'm gonna turn and face you guys. So bring your arms out to a T, working our way to Garudasana, eagle pose. Loading into your left leg, parallel your right thigh. Cross your right knee over your left and work for the bind. So bring the top of your foot to the back of your calf. Option for the kickstand. If this is too much for you, sweep your right arm underneath your left, so binding at the elbows, binding at the wrist, or hands back to back. Can you sink down further? Work your shoulders back to stack. Breathe. Find your balance, find your control. Lift your elbows up in line with your shoulders. Woo. Exhale, crunch it in, fallen eagle. Bring your elbows to the top of your thighs. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, crunch. Good, give me one more here. Good, slowly unbind. Parallel your right thigh towards your mat. Bring your weight back into your chair pose. So toes to touch, knees to touch. Bring your arms back out to a T. Load into your right leg. Parallel your left thigh. Garudasana Eagle on your left side. Left knee crosses over your right. Work for the bind or the kickstand. Left arm sweeps underneath right this time. Binding at the elbows, binding at the wrist, or hands back to back. Lift your elbows up in line with your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, crunch it in. Let's do that again. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, crunch it in. Give me one more here. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, release your bind. Parallel your left thigh. Lower everything back down. Chair pose. Toes to touch, knees to touch. Breathe here. Exhale, forward fold. Falling back to the top of my mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, draw your hands down towards your mat. Come up onto your tippy toes. Find a ball pose. So send your heels up as high as you can to the balls of your feet. Squeeze your knees, inner thighs together. Lower all the way down to a hover. Now give yourself a big hug here. Reaching for opposite elbows. Tuck your chin slightly in. Breathe. And then lower down to a seat. Good work, guys. Go ahead and extend your legs out in front of you. You can shake that out. Inhale, arms reach all the way up. Exhale, Paschimottanasana, forward fold, hinging from your hips. Lead your torso to the top of your thighs. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to deepen. Now bring your focus back into your sacral, your second chakra, the space of emotions, your space of sexuality, your desires, your creativity. It's also associated to the color orange. So visualizing orange, spinning light in that area to open up that chakra, allow the energy to move. If you feel stuck or if you feel like you can't express yourself, you're gonna find a sacral block there. This activates at the ages, typically your adolescent age, so ages 8 to 15. So if you had any trauma in that age and you weren't able to express yourself or have any emotions towards that, that's probably gonna hold there. Inhale, slowly lift back up. Exhale, Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of your feet together, your knees out wide. Interlace your fingers to the blades of your feet. Inhale, lengthen, lift, and reach. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your elbows to the outsides of your shins. Round through your spine as you pull your forehead closer to your big toes. Settle in here, just breathe. One more breath. Inhale, slowly lift up. Exhale, Gomukhasana, cow face pose. I'm going to face you guys one more time. So I want you to drop your right knee down. Just stack your left knee on top of your right. Now working through the back, the low back, and working through the outer hip on your left side. You want your feet in line either with your hips, in line with the midline of your thigh, or up by your knees for a deeper expression. So whatever feels good for you, that's exactly where you need to be. Now you can keep your hands onto your feet, sit up tall, hold here, this is where you're at. Or you can find a forward fold, creating more pressure or more opening up to your left hip. Or you can walk your hands out in front of you, option for a block. Underneath your forearms, underneath your third eye, whatever feels good for you. Just kind of settle in. Keep grounding through your sitting bones though. So if one side is lifting up, you want to push that back down and then keep everything stacked. Inhale, slowly lift up, and then exhale, switch it out. So just draw your left knee down, right knee stacks on top. Once again, align your feet equal distance on each side of your legs or your thighs or your hips. Inhale, lengthen, lift. Exhale, slowly lower back down. Creating the pressure, keeping sits bones grounded. Option to walk your hands further out. Inhale, slowly lift back up. Exhale, just come all the way back onto your backs. Work work your way into a happy baby. So send the soles of your feet up as you draw your knees down. Just plug your shoulder blades back and down. You can grab for the inside of your feet. You can grab for the blades of your feet. You can also grab underneath your thighs if that feels better for you. Try to keep your sits bone, or try to keep your tailbone grounded. And then maybe rock side to side, left to right. Just make your baby happy. Finding joy, finding that inner child, allowing it to be playful, allowing yourself to move in a way that feels good for you and your own body. Now slowly come back, bring everything back into your midline. Extend your legs straight up to the ceiling. Find legs at the wall post here. So just release the flex into your toes, into your ankles, all the way to your knees. Allow the blood to drain down into your torso, activating your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest, your digest. Surrender completely into your upper body. When you're ready, just slowly lower your heels all the way down to the top of your mat using your core control. Let your heels touch the top of your mat. Find yourself a good morning stretch. So inhale, reach your arms all the way above your head. Point your toes towards the front mirrors. Point your toes towards the front. Big inhale, stretch, holding through the front body. Audible exhale, release. Allow your hands to fall out to the side. Palm stays up to receive. Close your eyes and come into your final Shavasana. Shavasana for as long as you need. Otherwise, just wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, bring life back into your bodies. Inhale, completely fill up your lungs. Audible exhale, let it go. Let's do that again. Inhale, completely fill up. Audible exhale, release. Now just work your way into a fetal position, either on your right or your left side. Your right side is your masculine energy, your left is your feminine energy. And then slowly work your way up to an easy seated pose, crossing at your ankles, lengthening through your spine, just sitting up tall. Inhale, arms reach all the way above your head. Take all that good energy, bring it all the way down into your sacral, your second chakra, the space below your belly button. Inhale your love, joy, peace, and happiness. And then exhale all your fears and doubts. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.